Hey everybody, welcome to the Print Theory Podcast. We are back. Let's go.
We're back and
Welcome,
we're Boba.
everyone. We're back. We're back and we're Boba. That was a pre-practiced opening line.
No one else did it though.
I green-lighted it. I thought it was hilarious.
That's true. She did laugh. Yeah. Guys, we have Boba again. We're back. It's episode 8. You guys ready to do this? Let's pop into our
Wait,
Boba.
no, we need to clarify. There's no Boba in this.
Yeah,
it's
there's
just
no
milk
Boba in
tea.
mine.
They cheated. They got off
We just
somehow.
noticed a couple seconds ago that it doesn't actually
Maybe
have Boba,
it dissolved.
which is
It
great
did-
for me.
Definitely did not dissolve.
Or it popped.
It's not popping.
Or-
Boba.
Popping
It's not-
boba that
No.
dissolved.
No, okay, we talked about
Nathan
this.
ate it all before he gave
Conspiracy.
it to us.
Yeah, popping boba is not real boba. Me and Nate have talked, and popping boba is not real boba.
I think it is. It's the same type of thing.
Well,
It's cousins.
It's an unnatural
That's like
creation.
saying
I didn't like it.
that's like saying like a tri-blend tea is not a regular tea. It's still a tea.
It's still a tea. Yeah.
Listen,
It's
Dan,
just-
I know it's logical. I
you
know.
know.
That what you said is logical.
Okay.
You're right.
Can
You're
we-
right. Oh yeah, let's
Ready?
pop it open.
Hopefully it doesn't make a mess.
1, 2, 3.
Nice.
Take
Good clean break.
Look, it
Oh,
doesn't
yours didn't
roll
work.
through again.
Gusto.
There you go. And still wasn't like a. See how you guys have. Yeah, I don't know.
That's good.
How's everyone doing?
This is Boba from Tiger Boba in Fresno, California. Just so we can shout him out.
Shout out Tiger Boba.
Sorry. All right, go for it, Danielle. What'd you say?
I said, how's everyone doing?
I'm 30 and thriving. I'm 30 and thriving. Guys, since we took 2 weeks off, we
Brandon
first up,
used that time to turn 30.
yeah, I used this 2 weeks to work on myself. I gained an extra year. I turned 30. I am in a new decade of my life, and I immediately felt it. For those of you, I kind of pre-gamed my 30s a week early,
Yeah.
and I pulled up to the shop a week before. It was almost a week to the day. I think it was like because see, today's Friday.
Your birthday was on
So my birthday was on Tuesday. So the Tuesday or Wednesday before, it was almost a week right before my 30th. I pull up to work, pull up to the shop. I hop out of the car as per usual, just normal, nothing crazy. I hopped out of the car and I tweaked my neck and I felt it was hurting. And you guys know it was like for half the day I was turning
Your
my
neck
whole
did not
body.
swivel.
It did
for a
not
whole
hurt
half
so
day.
bad. I was like, Nate's like, what'd you do? And I was like, I did nothing. My body's like,
I aged.
just preparing you for 30 right here.
Yeah.
But your 30th wasn't bad. You didn't wake up in pain. You
No.
said you were
Yeah,
tired.
fine.
I was tired.
Yeah.
I was tired, but it wasn't in pain. So I was good. I recovered as my body does, but yeah. So I turned 30. We did a lot of stuff. We have been busying. We've been busy this past 2 weeks as we've taken off doing everything we possibly could to make sure that we are hitting our 2024 goals. I mean, we hit the ground running. We got refocused on the sales side, and we have some big goals for 2024, and so
sure.
we know we needed to hit them. And so if that meant just putting a pause a little bit for a couple weeks while we put different processes in place. I know that Dan with Christine and Sarah and all that, we're writing out our standard operating procedure, and we're doing a lot of different stuff and have done in this past couple weeks that we've been taking off from the podcast wise to focus on print theory, focus on our business, and putting in new processes in place to make our orders flow faster and more smooth for our customers, going out and reaching out to new clientele. We have instilled, I believe in this past 3 weeks, it was 3 weeks ago, instilled a new pricing structure for our print side. So now we're even more competitive as compared to when everyone else, this year, all the cost of goods have gone up. A lot of other print shops' pricing has gone up. We decided, we want to bring it down a little bit, a little more competitive, a little more aggressive. And so we've been doing a lot. We're getting the showroom finished, as
Oh
we
my
were
gosh,
talking
guys.
about.
Yeah,
This
that's
is
been
huge.
a whole
There is
thing.
shelves
I think
in
I
here.
There's
talked
the
about the
shelves.
showroom maybe 5 weeks ago.
Fingers.
But now we have the shelves up.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And
Now we just got to fill them.
now we just got to fill them.
We
So
got
Dan
one
and I are
side.
cooking up some designs
Yeah.
that are going to it's going to be print theory merch.
We'll probably make a podcast tee.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Podcast
That'd be
tea.
fun.
Let us know what kind of merch you guys want to see.
Yeah.
We got tape measures.
We have tape measures.
We got
That's for the
What's the plan,
Brandon
Dan?
fans
What's
out
the
there.
plan?
we got a few tape measures. We're gonna put a sticker on them that says "Measure twice, print once."
Yeah, and they actually are really good tape measures too.
Yeah,
Their
they
quality
have-
is
I
amazing.
actually
That's the
like
one that I
them.
keep using is the one off
So
the
I
shelf.
took-
Because I can't
We're
find mine.
taking them and been using. We'll probably have to buy some more.
I don't know where my tape measure is. You guys kept asking me this past
I
week,
sold it on
and I'm
eBay
like,
for
someone took
$800.
it.
Yeah,
Dang.
I
The
took
original.
it. I took
Who
it at
paid
like,
you $800 to buy mine?
Yeah. Well, I thought I took it. Maybe you took it, but I sold one of them at my last autograph.
Oh.
there
Oh,
at,
gosh.
Barnes and Noble. So,
At my last signing, the hordes of people were
Yeah.
just knocking down.
I had to give
my
him
booth.
something.
Yep.
Had to give
Had to
him
give him
something.
something. Toss him your
Yeah.
tape measure. I think that we should insert the video of me walking to the shelf that we have from the security
yes.
footage. The showroom is a hazard, guys. It's something I had not considered, but the shelves are black and they blend into the wrap we have on our walls. So I've bumped into them maybe.
We have that. We have
Once
that
a
security
day.
footage.
Every
Yeah,
day,
we do.
yeah.
Maybe
We do
once a
have the
day since
footage.
they've gone up. And they've been up for like 2 weeks now.
Yeah.
But this week I finally got and I walked into it hard enough that it ricocheted my cup of coffee out of my hand. And we do have security footage for that. So
Yeah.
watch.
When she was
Below.
telling,
We'll insert here.
We'll insert here. When she was telling the story, I was like, no, you had to have. She hit her shoulder, and she got so mad that she hit her shoulder that she just threw the coffee at the wall.
That's what I heard.
Yeah. That's
yeah,
what I
that's
had
what
thought.
happened. Mhm.
And then we saw the footage and was like, oh snap!
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just went.
And then when she was cleaning up, she walked around the other side and she hit the other side.
They stick out like a foot, and I'm not used to having things protruding out of the wall.
Oh.
We had to move my whole desk forward so that way
Yeah.
I wasn't a hazard to those around me.
My favorite part of that video, rewatching it back, was your reaction to it.
like,
There was
wow.
zero reaction. It was like she hits it hits the wall, it falls, and you see her turn and
gosh.
just like, I'm done with today already.
I showed it to my mom, and she was like, "You didn't react at all." And I was like, "I wasn't surprised. It was only a matter of time before
She's
that
just like,
happened."
pain.
Yeah.
I'm so mad.
So
That was funny.
busy week. I dropped my coffee. Brandon turned 30. What else happened this week? Much.
Past 2 weeks, say.
Past 2 weeks,
Yeah.
we pushed out a surprising amount of rush orders.
Oh my
for
gosh, for
some-
real.
Yeah, we have.
Some clients this week, so we've just been busy in production.
That's been good though.
Yeah,
It's
it's
been
been
fun.
good to
Pumped
turn
out a-
around things so quick.
Pumped out 1,000 hats
Mhm.
for
We did.
one of our customers. 1,000 printed hats in what, like 4 days?
Oh my gosh.
No,
It
no,
was
3
like
days.
2 business
Oh,
days.
They came in on Friday.
Yeah.
We started them
We
around like
finished
11,
Tuesday morning.
and then we finished Tuesday morning.
No
Yeah.
weekends, no overtime.
No weekends, no overtime.
It's like
That's
crazy.
Great.
Just do like a.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was good. Like that was. I was just shocked at how quickly everyone moved, and even like Christine being one of our newest people here, she's on her game, and everyone
Yeah.
was just like, "We need to get this done." We knew they were gonna. We knew it was gonna be a very tight window. We did it. We fulfilled. The customer was super happy, like crazy happy,
Yeah.
and now we're just like, yes. And now I'm like, we could do that. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
fun.
It's nice to
Nice.
have that extra pair of hands for sure.
Yeah. It's been really helpful.
And with somebody that just like learns it and then does it. Like,
Mhm.
that's pretty awesome.
Went to the Ag Expo we have the World Ag Expo here in Central Valley in California. The World Ag Expo. Everyone comes from all over the world, as per the name. And guys, I didn't realize I didn't realize how big it was. I'll say that. I didn't realize how big it was. I knew it's like it's the World Ag Expo, but I've never physically gone to it until we were talking. We're like there's tons of potential clients there. And some current clients that we had done some rush orders for, specifically the ag, the Ag Expo that was coming up that we did some rush orders for.
Yeah.
Some more clients were going to be there, and so I was like, I'm going to go, and I went, and I understood the scope of how big it really is.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
was that your first time?
That was my first time ever
Oh, nice.
going to it, and
I think we had talked about it last year, but then
Yeah.
it was
did.
already too late.
Yeah.
It was already past.
but I just
Well, we talked about having a booth, but I think it was
Oh,
ingenious for you guys to just go and like hand out
And
your
talk.
cards.
I think
too.
it was solid,
Yeah.
guys, and I forgot to tell you guys, I didn't even have to pay.
That's
It
nice.
was a blessing, dude. I walked up and I'm like, I'm prepared. I had my shoulder bag on me,
Uh-huh.
and I had my business cards and stickers, and our give out cards for the special that was going on in February. And I was like, I'm ready. And I'm like walking up and I'm like, I don't even know if it costs money to get in. It probably costs money to get in here. I was like, it's probably not expensive. We're good. And as I'm walking up, I'm like looking to see where to like buy the tickets at.
Mm-hmm.
And some guy stops me. He goes, follow me. And so I'm just like, okay. So I just keep following. He hands me, and I didn't even realize it until after, and I still have it. It's a VIP pass.
No way.
I didn't even realize. He was just like, it's the last day. I went on the last day of the expo. And he's like, this other person's not coming. And we just happened to be walking at the same time. And he saw me kind of like looking like this. And he's like, you need a pass? And I was like, yeah. He's like, here.
Oh my
and
gosh,
like,
amazing.
he didn't even let me
That's
like,
cool.
he didn't even
I
let me
know
thank
that.
him though. He gave
Yeah.
it to me and walked off.
It was literally an angel.
Yeah.
That's
cool.
angel behavior.
That's favored.
I mean,
Yeah, that's cool.
it was,
And you like that opened the door for a lot of.
oh my gosh, we got,
people.
yes, it was a long day. We got a lot of good clients, some clients that I have been even like trying to get after since I've been here. There's one specific client, and they're a trucking company out of Central Valley here, and they're a big company. They've been in business for over 100 years.
Oh, wow.
And every time I try calling, they're like, nope, we have someone we deal with, a long-standing relationship. We want, we have no interest. And I'm like, dang, I don't even know who to talk to.
Yeah.
And I happen to walk up and I see their big activation area. And I'm like, I'm gonna shoot my shot. Like I just walked up and I'm just like, who's the best person to talk to? And they're like, this is actually the owner right here, or the owner. And then there's the VP. And I was like, oh, dang. And like they had brought all their family there and everything too. And I was like, oh, I really don't want to bug them, but
Yeah.
I really want to talk to them. And so I just walked up and just like, I'm so sorry. If you're not busy, I'd love to just introduce myself. And we got to talking, and they were just like, anybody that is willing to come up and talk to us like this and willing to be out here doing this is worth at least our time.
Yeah.
And I was like, dang. And yeah, we've gotten there. I've already had meetings with multiple people from that Ag Expo of just different clients. And so it was really fun. It was really fun. I'm definitely going to go probably multiple days next year. Because there's just so much. I didn't even get to.
Yeah, I'm sure you didn't cover. There's like, did you go inside the buildings at all?
Yeah, I just walked through. There's just so much.
Yeah, there
and
is.
I was like, I got to figure out.
Maybe we make
which
a
one to
day
be
out of it or
strategic.
something.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
It would be a lot of fun. It was cool. But that was the past 2 weeks also. We've been so busy.
Yeah.
We've been so busy.
We kind of took, we didn't take a break in January, but I mean, we're doing a lot of fun stuff. We're on the road doing trips.
We had our traveling episodes. We started this podcast.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. On the road.
On the road
and then
again.
I felt like, I mean, this was just me personally. I was like, man, I had so much fun, but I couldn't get back into work mode, you know? And so
It was definitely hard. It was hard.
So it was like, I was like, oh no, we just take a break. And then we made some changes and put in some processes that I felt like we were lacking. And it's made a big difference for sure.
It has.
In what we're doing here. So
It-
it's good.
It refocused us.
Refocus.
Yeah, it really did. And now we're, hitting the goals that we need to be tracking to hit our goal,
Yeah.
our yearly goal. And so it's just a matter of keeping our heads down and hitting the road, more boots on the ground, making sure we're taking care of our customers, going out that FaceTime, and then also making sure that we're following our new processes to make sure everything's smooth for our customers all the way through the back end to districts for POs and all this different stuff. So
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I
fun.
will say, I think we are doing a pretty good job. If I do
If I
say
do
so
say
myself.
Let's go.
It's crazy to see where we are in our process, not just like sales wise, numbers wise, but just like how we function as a shop versus this time last year. You can probably attest to that.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
literally like a different company. It's like
Yeah.
180 of how differently things work, and people have what they need ahead of time, and everyone knows what they're supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
It's
Defined
great.
roles.
Defined roles. Yeah.
It's not like, well, I thought you were ordering that. Or I thought you were going to
Every once in a while, we'll still pull that one. I thought you were going to take care of that one.
When's the canned air coming? No, it's coming.
It's
Who's
coming.
in charge
It's
of ordering the canned air?
We
Yeah.
got 2 cases today, so
I saw, yeah.
they won't run out.
So
They
we
will
have a
not
lot
run
of
out.
air for a lot of time.
Yeah.
No, but it's really cool. And building the processes themselves can be kind of tricky, and figuring out what we need. And it seems like it's going to be a lot of work, but it
Hard
just
for
makes
sure.
it
I think
so much
I
easier
think
in the
just
long run.
changing the way that you do things is, I mean, that's tough.
Yeah,
At least,
definitely.
And then
for me.
sticking to it.
And then
And
sticking to it.
is
And be
hard.
like,
Yeah.
nope, you got to just keep doing it. But then it becomes normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
We just started a new process that's in our quality control kind of stage of things, which Dan and I do. And so I had to put a sticky note on my computer that said, don't forget to do this new step, but it'll just...
The sticky notes. Don't
Yeah.
forget.
Because Dan asked me today, he's like, have you been doing this? And I was like, when I remember.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I've seen the.
Yeah.
So we've been using Jotform. Shout out Jotform.
Shout out Jotform.
They have
We got
changed
Jotforms for everything.
a lot of what we do here, and so we create a form for QC. Placement. We check print. If it's cured correctly, all that stuff. Temp
Color
and
match.
Color match.
Mhm.
And it's not like we weren't doing it before. We were, but sometimes we would miss it on a job, or it didn't come out the way we wanted to. So this just puts more eyes in
And to reference
on the
back to.
process.
Mhm.
The job form, it logs it, and you have something to reference back to.
Oh yeah,
And the back end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good.
No, for
We're using
sure.
the Jot form for sales prospecting logs and for acknowledgement forms for all our customers.
I had speaking of the Jot form, so we have an exciting event going on this month called Merch Madness.
Let's
Ooh.
go.
let's go,
Ooh.
March Madness.
Insert March Madness promo.
Yeah.
Listen up. We just launched our annual Merch Madness specials, and they're, well, madness. You can get 100 premium blended tees with a 2-color print for only $6.99. And also you can get 100 auto premium 5-panel snapback hats with your embroidered logo on them for only $9.99. It's a killer sale, and it's only valid till the end of this month. So contact us for more information.
Anyways, Merch Madness is our March promotion that we run. It's really exciting. We have 2 awesome packages this month, shirt package and hat package. And we've recently started doing email advertising where we send out like a newsletter or a link to what we're promoting that month. I had a customer that we've had for probably like 2.5 years call me today, and he said, I got an email from Print Theory, but so in the Merch Madness email we sent, there's a Jot form where you can like fill out your name, your email, your contact info, what kind of shirt you're looking for, if you have artwork, like stuff that we always just, I don't know.
We ask
didn't
anyway,
have
but,
we didn't have like a streamlined process for before. So this customer of 2.5 years calls, and he was like, got an email from Print Theory, but I was confused because it asked me to like put in my info. He's like, you guys have never asked us to do that before. And I was like, that's because we never had
That's because you're
advertising
right. We've never done this.
before. Yeah. But I was like, it's real. It's not a scam.
It's
So
not a scam.
I thought
I
that
should
was
send
kinda funny.
out. I'll put it in the header. This is not a scam.
Yeah. That will not get you flagged at all.
Because that'll help. That'll help.
Yeah.
Open this.
The
It's
email-
not a
Open
scam.
this. It's
The
not a
encrypted
scam.
emails will love that one. Yeah.
Don't mind the pop-ups.
Just clear all your cookies and accept all this.
Yeah. So it's been cool. It's definitely paying off. We're putting effort into things that we normally didn't have time for, but now we have time for things that bring us more new clients. And
Yeah.
it's just kind of a positive cycle. So it's been cool.
For sure.
It is good. I like how you're saying. Oh, sorry, Dan.
Well, I think like if you are starting a screen printing shop or really any type of business, I would highly recommend Jot Forms for sure because it just, I mean, you can go on there. It's really simple. You can make any type of form that you need, and it records it for you. I really wish. So I've heard about Jot Forms like 2-3 years ago, but didn't really understand it. And now that we have a lot in place, we're like, hey, let's make a Jot Form for that.
Literally
It's just a
anything
way
we
to
can.
Jot forms for
communicate.
everything.
Yeah. So it's really,
Yeah, it's
really
great.
cool.
It's been exciting.
I like it. And I I like, Danielle, how you were saying it's crazy to see, like to look back and see where we were at last year compared to like what we're doing this year.
Yeah.
And even like for me, like primarily, and I'm on the sales side. And so for me, when I see these numbers that we're doing, and I'm like, that blows my mind. And I was talking to Sarah about it, my wife, and I think it was just last week. And we were just talking, and we were talking about recapping the decade, my 20s and all this different stuff. And she was talking about, now you're going on 2 years there at Print Theory, or going to be in July. And she's like, because I was telling her about like some of the numbers, like, here's our goal, like, pray for me, pray for us. Let's pray and make sure that we can, that God brings us the clients, and we are staying faithful. And she was like, isn't it crazy? Like, you were coming home the first week or 2 weeks, first couple months really of Print Theory, and is like, I don't know how I'm going to do X number in a month. Like, that's wild. Yeah. And now we're like, double that number in a week, and that needs to be done. And it's like, how?
You didn't even have a desk back then, Brandon.
I didn't have a desk.
We didn't have a desk. We didn't have.
You sat right next to Danielle.
Gosh.
You remember that? I remember that.
Yeah, I don't think I'll ever forget. Because it was so fun.
And then we're like, hey, let's put Brandon back over here.
Yeah, they put me like in the corner. I said, nobody puts Brandon in the corner.
Yeah, they had you right next to me, and they're like, you can train. And like listen to your phone calls and stuff.
Yeah.
I said, I want out of that.
It was battle of who can pick up the phone faster.
It was always Danielle. Put it that way. It's always Danielle.
We'll have to cut this out in post, guys.
No,
this is great. This is great.
I'm just kidding.
It's the learnings of.
Yeah, it was a very.
You do what you got to do. I mean,
for sure.
You at the size that even we were at then, it's probably a ton of print shops and people in the industry that probably said that's probably not the smartest move.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
they'll probably still tell me that today.
And I can probably understand why. But you see us now, 2 years later, and even though we're looking 2 years from here, a year from now, and all this different stuff, and we're still like, we need more, or we want more. It's still crazy to look now. It's like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
How we're in this new shop that finally has come to fruition. And we're even talking like, when we had our staff meeting, and even as we kind of put the pause on this, 2 weeks ago, and was like, head to the ground, feet to the pavement.
Yeah.
If we want to do what we want to do, if we want to do what we plan to do with Print Theory in the next couple of years, these need to be hit. Like these figures in these next quarters, like these need to be hit. And it's like, my goodness, if this can be done, and we believe it can, we're going to look back and be like, how did that happen?
Yeah. Yeah.
We're still like, even like this week, Danielle, we're checking every day or so. Me and Danielle and Nate, and we're always like, all right, what's the goal at? Or Danielle would be like, where are we at on the goal for the week? And today, it being Friday, and we're like, all right, we're,
I asked you today.
That's true.
Because I knew the answer. I said, Brandon, guess what?
Guess what?
Yeah. She said, what was our goal again? And I wish the number, but our goal was this. And she was like, well, we hit it. And I was like, no way. She had another big customer come through. And I was like, actually, you had that come through. I had this come through. And we're
I see your quote approved, and I raised you 2 more.
I raised you 2 more quote approvals. And she was like, what? And we're like, what? And Dan's like,
cool.
What?
Yep. Yeah, Dan was like, what?
Like,
are you sure? Did you do your math right?
Did you run the numbers right?
Is that before tax?
That's net sales. I promise that's net sales. All our goals are on net sales. I have figured that out the hard way.
Yeah.
But it's been fun. Okay, then leading into this, I want to ask you guys, what is your most, I guess, what are you most excited about in 2024 for Print Theory? Either stuff we have talked about or stuff we haven't, or just like, what are you most excited for this year?
I'm excited to see our team grow, because I think every time we've added someone, our capacity has like tripled, which is really exciting. And we can always use more help in new areas. So excited to see our team grow and what that does for our production capacity. I feel like my, not my focus, but like kind of my like passion in this industry, I guess, is production. Like I like making the things go, and seeing how fast we can make them go.
I like to make them go.
I like making the things that go. So whenever we add production staff, like we did most recently with Christine, it's cool to see how many things can get done while our sales team or our art department is working on these things.
Yeah.
2 things can happen at once. So the more
Yeah.
people we add, the more things can happen at a time. And it's cool to see like where we'll be at with what team we have a year from now.
Honestly, like we had that rush order, that wouldn't have been possible if not. Danielle had taken that a few days off.
Yeah,
So
I
we had
totally just
Christine
left him high and dry.
high and dry.
She said, "Oh, you guys got a rush order? Deuces."
Do see you later.
Sorry, guys.
And then I'm doing my stuff and doing my work stuff.
Yeah,
you know,
everything.
I just do a lot of stuff, different stuff. And so there's no way I could have like stepped back and heat pressed all day on Friday or on Monday as well because Christine came in, you know, for half a day.
Yeah, my goodness.
Like there wouldn't have been a way. So I mean, just right there, it shows that just the more hands you got and the production, you can do cool things.
Especially now, to the perception of that customer, now 2 times in a row, but especially for this one, it's like, dang, I gave them an impossible task because they were just like, how many can you do? We know we're late.
Yeah.
We may not be able to get what we want. And I'm just like, tell me what you want. And they're like, we want this. And I was like, oh, shoot.
Yeah.
You're like,
And
tell me something else.
They're like, tell me something else.
Tell me something.
And I looked at you guys and you guys are like, we can do it.
Yeah.
And we did it. And now to them, they know, oh, dang, if we're in another pickle or if I ever get like, I know
Like we can do it,
They
yeah.
can do it. They can come through. They got quality work. And that's going to stick in their minds.
Yeah.
We came through for them.
We had another customer, tried and true, very faithful customer that also forgot about a trade show he had coming up. And he called me and he was like, I need as many hats as I can get. Squish stress balls,
Squish,
pens, cups
pens, yeah.
in like a week. Is that even possible?
Yeah.
We have a production team member and we have a 6-head. And I said, anything is possible. That's not true. I ran it by Dan first.
Yeah, that is
and
not
then I
true.
got back on the phone. I
Yeah,
said, anything is
we could
possible.
do it.
So it's just cool that we can do those things now for our customers when they need them.
Yeah.
And actually deliver great quality.
Sweet. So you're most excited about seeing our team grow.
Yeah, for sure.
Sweet. Dan, what about you this year, 2024?
2024.
2024.
I am excited to I would say I think last year was like the first year we actually like put goals out, right? Because before we didn't really have goals.
Just shooting.
We just like, hey, this is the work, you know. So
This is the work.
Do more of this
do
work.
it,
Yeah.
do more. And so we got our goals for this year, and I think if we can, I know we can hit them. That's the cool thing. Like totally in reach. Totally in reach.
It's scary, but it's in reach.
So I think like with that, like what comes with it would be for sure more people, but I think like maybe expanding. One of our goals is to have another
multi-site.
shop, like multi-site. Whether it's a place that they can take orders and then we do production here or whatever, but I think that or maybe another venture or something. I don't know. Kind of excited about a lot of stuff. I think just the processes that have been put in place. I think it's just making us better. Thank you.
Brandon, what are you most
I-
excited about for 2024? Do tell.
Do tell. Man, I am probably most excited about possible new clientele to the caliber that we never thought, or maybe I myself like there's no way we can keep up with maybe what they're needing.
Yeah.
Now with what we have done and at the caliber that we can do it at, as well as more competitive pricing now and a bunch of different stuff that we have put in place and just these processes, all of this has gotten me excited to now I can confidently go out to some bigger corporate clients that I've kind of just been like, I don't know if I should reach out to them just yet because you know, if they ask for this or if something like, could we? Now it's like, oh yeah, and I'm like, I'm excited at the prospect of like, even if we acquire 1 or 2 like major corporate clients, It's like, imagine what that can do for us.
Yeah, for sure.
I was talking to, actually, funny enough, I don't want to spoil it. I was talking to, for them, I was talking to someone, you guys know who I was talking to earlier today, a legend in the industry, in the print industry. And he's actually going to be on this podcast in a couple weeks. We have locked it in. But he's going to be on this podcast. He reached out to us and said, love what you guys are doing. I want to be like, what do I got to do to be on the show? And which was just, we were like,
you haven't filled out a job form.
Yeah. We'll send you a date.
We'll send you a date. They will send you a job form. But I got to talk to him today. And he was asking all these different questions, but mainly he was talking about, he was like, and it was funny enough how we're talking about this kind of now, but he was like, his whole thing is consulting and filtering down your processes in your business to help you grow. And he's like, he just told me, like, make sure you don't stay close-minded to your area. He's like, he's like, where are you from? And we're like Central California. And he was like, that's great. And I'm sure there's a lot of customers in there, and that's good. He's like, but don't neglect if your processes are right and if your pricing's right and if you believe in your company. He's like, don't neglect that you can land customers in Colorado or in Arizona that are willing to do the business with you, because everyone is looking for business with vendors. He's like, don't close yourself off. He's like, as long as you feel you guys can handle it, reach out to them. And I was like,
dang,
I guess I never thought of, like, I'm like,
cool.
Let's focus on this. But he's like, yeah, do that. But also don't neglect, like, if someone, corporate client, wants to give you business and they're out of like different, and they're willing to do business and you're willing to do business.
Yeah.
Don't neglect the possibility of extra revenue to hit your goal.
Yeah.
And I was like, you're right.
That's cool.
We're just like,
That's cool. That's good
really
advice.
cool. So as we're kind of talking about this, and I'm like, man, I'm excited about all these. I'm excited about everything you guys have said, but for the sole reason of now that this is in place and now that things are working and now that we have more capacity with more machines and more people, I'm like, for me on the sales side, okay, what type of clientele can we now land and grow relationship with that we may have not been able to before or been appealing to before until now. So I'm excited for that. I'm excited for new, bigger clientele for this year.
Yeah.
There's new relationships being built.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm excited.
Me too.
Yeah. Be cool.
It's fun. But yeah, guys. One other question, and we can kind of end this off here. But what are some kind of fun new like market trends that you guys have been seeing? Either on social media or from our customers asking about stuff. Have you seen anything new that you guys are kind of really liking?
I don't know
styles?
if we've talked about puff print already on the podcast. I think we might have. Puff print is big right now. At the Impressions Expo, Ryan learned how to do it, our printer. I think he talked a little bit about his experience with that already. But just being able to offer what's trendy is cool, and feeling confident that we can do it. We just did another puff job not too long ago, and it came out really, really sweet. Like, best that we've done so far. We've only done like
especially
2 or 3
like
or
right
something.
after the show. So
yeah,
he
and
what he learned.
It was cool that he learned so much so quickly, and then we immediately could apply it towards the job, and it came out amazing. So puff is cool. I always like when people ask about that. I don't know.
We did the new Cotton Heritage. We did a promotion in February. I know we talked about that back in the IASS show or Impressions show. Sorry.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
There's a new vendor,
the Impressions.
new brand we found there.
And we did a promotion with it. It's actually one of my favorite tees now.
Yeah,
Like,
I love my
I just have
stuff.
I bought a few blanks and I just like rotate them out. They're really nice.
The garment dye. The garment dye.
dye.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
they're
is
cool.
that's
so
a killer
good.
tee for
It
sure.
is.
We did have some garment dyes from District, and so
Those are really nice
cool
too.
Yeah, so
I'm excited about those brands. Districts is a really good brand. They that's the only thing in their line that they've been lacking. It's like the garment dyed stuff.
It's like that
and like a
washed
heavier
out
weight.
wash
look.
vintage
Yeah.
look.
And
But now they have it.
Now they have it.
By
And it
themselves.
seems like a lot more people are wanting that right now.
Yeah.
So
That's been my kind of market trend that I've been seeing for like me. As I was going to say is garment dyed or like heavier weight boxy styled t-shirts. It was getting really in like later half of last year, and now it's like 100% in, even to the extent of now the schools. Like we were talking to the principal over at Fowler High, and shout out Rick, and they are going to be doing a lot of stuff with us in this next like month. But specifically, he was asking about like giveaway tees and stuff like that. And he's like, we got to do what's most cost effective. He's like, but man, and he's like, do you have anything like this? And he like shows, he's wearing a Pro Club tee, and cool. Pro Club tee is those heavyweight. It's like, and I was like, I got something just for you, and it's going to be cost effective with this new brand tee style that we're in. He was just like, done. And then you have the VP who's like, well, a lot of our staff wants the lighter, feel of t-shirts, and I'm like, I got you. If you do the quantity, if you do X amount of this quantity, I'll half it, and I'll sub. Half of them will do the District Perfect Blend CVC, 4.3 ounce, 60/40 blended t-shirt. And the other half, I'll also make you happy and do this. I can get you that. And they were like, you can do that? I'm like, yeah. Whatever. And they were just like, oh, this is so cool. Because now we can get what he likes and what he knows the kids are wearing.
Yeah.
But what they see, that was the thing, when he was telling me, he's like, I always thought they were so expensive. And I was like, they are usually. But thankfully with us, as we are constantly learning about new brands and seeing what we can do to make ourselves more appealing to you guys, to our clients, we knew that this was a trend. And we knew, and I give our spiel, like, we knew that going into January, we wanted to find some brands that we can partner with that kind of meet that new kind of need. But especially for schools, being at a price point that you can get it within your budgets. And he was like, that is so cool. I was like, that's cool. Yeah, now I have more people asking about that. And I'm like, this is so cool that we have the ability, because pre-2024, pre-January 2024, we knew nothing about Cotton Heritage, and we knew nothing about T-Style. And now for it to be stuff that like, it's in our arsenal. It's like, we have it, we have access to it, we've partnered with these brands. Showroom. We have it in our showroom where we know that we can sell it, and it's good quality stuff. I'm like, that gets me excited. Yeah. When we're able to, and like when I see this market trends of doing that, for me to be like confident when I'm out there selling, like, we can do this, here's this option, and it fits into your budget. Like, that's the best feeling for me when I can do that. When they're like, oh, I want this, but I know it's out of my price point. I can be like, yeah, no.
Yeah, we have.
If you go through us,
we
can take care of you.
Yeah, and we're willing to do, obviously, if they're two different tees, they'll beat the two different prices. But if it's the same print, we can, work that out and stuff. So just willing to do that for the customer, I think is a big thing, because a lot of people don't accommodate, or they want like, hey, you can either do this or that, like that you can't mix. And we try to help our customers.
Yeah.
So
it's cool. Yeah. We're growing our bandwidth. We're growing our radius of customers that we service. So I'm excited. Do you guys have anything else to add before we close this off? Episode 8?
No. I was going to bring up Dune.
Oh, yeah.
So we're starting a new segment here on the Print Theory podcast called the Pop Culture segment.
Yeah. Ooh, okay.
Just made that up now.
What's the pop culture segment about?
Bucky's Pop Culture Corner.
Ooh.
There you go. Ooh, bars. We just went and saw Dune 2 this weekend. Could not recommend it enough. You don't need to see Dune 1. It's a common misconception.
Danielle didn't.
I did not see Dune 1 before.
You should see Dune 1.
Don't listen to that one.
I went for the social hangs, and I left a Dune head. So could not recommend more.
Is that what we're called?
Yeah, I just called to that.
Oh,
yeah, Dune head.
Dune head.
Go see it. That's my
Dune
movie
heads.
of the week.
All you Dune heads out there, go see.
That's my piece of media of the week. If anyone has one they want to throw in, feel free.
So the State of the Union was this week too.
It was, yeah. It was yesterday.
Oh, dang.
I didn't watch it though.
I didn't watch it.
But go back and watch
busy.
it. We were working.
Yeah.
You should be informed for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just be informed. But yeah, that was something interesting.
Do you have anything to toss in?
I don't. I love Dune. I second what Danielle said. Dune was great. Mm-hmm. You have to see it, but you should see number 1 first. That's what I got to say.
I watched a 5-minute recap before going into the theater. So I had like a general frame.
Okay, I watched that one too, but it was, Yeah.
Mhm.
C1 and then go C2.
That was our fun thing we did this week. So
It was great. We did that as a team. A lot of us did.
That's why I brought it up, because it
That's
was
true.
a team thing. It was fun.
It
Nathan
fun.
was there too, behind the camera.
Nate Dog.
We did have a print or stitch fail this week.
What was this? What was our stitch fail?
Well, I I did update the year on like the back of a hat and running
That we do every year.
That we do every year, and I left it as 2023, and we only did one. It went on the hat, and then we're like, hey, that's 2023. That's not this year. So
I came back from my lunch and I was on the phone walking through the production area, and Baltimore goes, "Hey, Daniele, come over here." And so I walked over. I was still on the phone, and he showed me the Champs 2023. And I was like, "Oh," and he's like, "I ran all of them," because Baltimore loves to play tricks on me. And I was like, "What?" And he was like, "I'm just kidding, just the one." And I was like,
and I think I got
don't have
extra.
I think you did. Yeah.
I think I did.
Yeah.
Because I like that. The hat's right there.
The 2023 one's in our showroom now.
extra.
Actually, someone walked up to it this afternoon after I put it there and
no
was
way.
like, "That's a cool hat." And I was like,
we can still
"Thank you."
sell it. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's only 3 months out of 2023, guys.
Yeah.
This is
We're
vintage.
still-
James is going to see this podcast and be like, "What?"
What did you guys do?
That order has not gone out yet,
Yeah,
so
no,
it's a
no.
little teaser.
yeah.
Yeah.
We are fixing it, guys. We have fixed it.
We have fixed it. Yeah.
Yes.
It was the one.
It was a joke,
one
guys. We were
only.
playing with you guys,
Yeah.
and we did it on
Jokes on
purpose.
y'all.
Jokes on y'all.
We needed a fail.
We needed a fail for
We
the
did
pod.
it for the sake of the pod.
Yeah.
We did it for the pod.
Maybe.
I called. Never mind.
What?
That was a good episode, guys.
Yeah.
We're good.
That was fun.
That was a fun
Nice
episode.
to be back.
It is good to
It
be
is.
back.
It was,
Missed y'all.
it was a good break for sure.
It was a good break.
I thought it was needed.
It was.
And when I turned around to you guys and I said, "Hey, we're gonna have to pause the podcast for 2 weeks."
It's really bummed. Not
Man,
gonna
your
lie.
guys' faces
We felt.
were like, oh, I felt it.
Didn't you ask me later when Dan was not around? You're like, "Was Dan being serious about that?"
Yeah, I asked Danielle.
And I was like, "Yeah, unfortunately." he was.
I was like,
"I'm sorry."
Yeah.
all right, he's the boss.
Yeah, but it was good.
And
Now we're
it
back.
was needed.
It was our little
It was needed.
mid-season break, and now we're ready to. We have new stuff to talk to you guys about, so it's all good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good.
It's good. All right. Well, I think that wraps up this pod right here. We're out of here, guys. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks, everyone.